I have somebody that tell me they don't have a sound, and I'm kind of like, what platform are you listening to that there's no sound? Because
Oh, really?
I have persons that are hearing me. So the person who just sent me a message and said there's no sound, can you please tell me what platform you're listening from as well? Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But yes, we are alive and well, and we are in with various places. switching out my headphones here. So, we talk about the track that you just did. Now, you were a return guest, so I remember that. Um, before when you came on, we had what's it called? You had a track with Sizzler.
Yeah.
Rockers as well. So
Yes.
I'm going to jump to that track because we have a few persons who are asking, can we hear more of the music as well? And they have other questions that they also would like to ask you. So we're going to jump to this track with Koulie and Sizzler, and we'll be back with some more questions. I do not want you guys to go anywhere. Keep on sharing as well. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Yeah, you're listening to Koulie right here on One Music Review Show. Dreadlocks flying through the air. Do you really love me? Yeah. Do you really love me? Yeah. Gracious love. Big up our music lovers. I'm a reggae rocker. Do you love me? Do you love me? 6 feet tall, straight from over the old. Do you love me? Do you love me? Play the music that I love right now. Do you love me? Do you love me? Vibrations sing from up above. And do you love me? Yeah. He's a rocker, she's a rocker. Rock it to my melody. I'm a rockin', you're a rockin'. To my reggae melody. He's a rocker, she's a rocker. Rock it to my melody. I'm a rockin', you're a rockin'. To my reggae melody. Groove knocking, there ain't nothing lacking. Foundation groove, there ain't no stopping. East, west, north, and south, that's what's happening. Particle vibrates, and that's what's happening. Man and woman, they in a rub and dub style. Original thing is hardcore to the side. The music is not the yes. Yes. Woo. Yes. We have Ghana in the house, and Ghana is saying they're loving what Koulie brings to the mix. Okay. Yes.
Love it.
As well. Yeah. So you have had an opportunity to have done a few collabs. Am I correct? A few collabs. Is Sizzler your only collab, or do you have other collabs? I'm not.
There's other collabs in the works, but Sister Kalunji is the one that's out right now and available. Yeah, for the people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, you jump out big on the collab, because we're talking about grandfather Sizzler himself. That's
I mean, right, exactly, and I always I thank the Most High Jah so much for that. I said, man, Jah, you really give me a strength with this one, because I wouldn't want it any other way, except for Sister Kalunji to be the first person that I could just for him to give me that strength and honor me in that way.
Yes.
I give so much thanks to. That's a reggae icon. He put so much work into reggae music, not only with the music but also with the works. Me visiting Judgment Yard was something that really opened my eyes and inspired I to move in that direction. You know what I mean? To have land for the youth them and to also build community and have a common unity with the people. So yeah, man, Sister Kalunji was a great person to link with and share space with. You see what I'm saying?
So you do have like a foundation as well that's catered to kids.
Well, I'm good. That's what I plan on doing. All of those things. You know what I mean? All of these things is in the works. Right now, I have a label, Disco Rebel International. But like I said, that's just one facet of it. But we plan on doing. We're gonna have Disco Rebel. 501(c), and you know what I mean, different organizations to give to the youth and to help the youth when it comes to school. You know what I mean? Because you have to think the Rastafari creed is sick be nourished, hungry be fed, age be protected, naked be clothed, and infants cared for. So I have to cover all of those things.
Oh,
You see what I'm
nice.
saying?
Yes.
But I'm still new and still getting my feet, still coming into the thing. But I have to cover all of those grounds for sure before I pass on. You know what I mean? Ja will. Ja will.
That's
Yeah.
right. I love the fact that that you have an assignment, because
Mm-hmm.
there's so many persons that they get in groups and they say to themselves, well, we are rastas and we're doing this, that, and at the end of the year, if you had to circle back a year and ask what they have done for community, which we know what Rastafarian is about,
Mm-hmm.
you try to help your fellow person, your fellow
Yeah.
neighbor, persons that you come in contact with. But if you circle around in a year, you will see that some of these rastas are just meeting. There's nothing that's coming
Yeah.
from these meetings.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you understand? So I'm glad that it is that you have something in motion. We know that things happen from time and time again, but you know what? I wouldn't say life is always the best for everyone, but
True.
my mom always say there's always two or three ways to skin a cat. So when one
True.
thing
True.
doesn't work, you can't drive somewhere, you get on the bus, and if you
Uh-huh.
can't get on the bus, you walk. uh-uh.
True. True. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, that's just yeah. And I mean, like I said, I do certain things now, like feed the homeless, you know what I mean, and do works like that. However, it's just gonna get more structured and more organized when it comes to helping and giving to the community. It's mainly the youth. I mean, like the adults we love too. We just want to make sure the youth is good because that's the future. Like I said, once again, I mean, the future is very important for us because we will be elders one day, and so we just have to make sure that the youths are instilled with the right mindset to carry us through.
Yes, yes. As we talk about, what's going on right now, just everywhere, there's so much going on. So much
Mm-hmm.
that if it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that you get on social media and you're not grounded, you could be easily swayed, because depending on the platform, it could be very addictive, where you get on there and you just start and you forgot why you even come over there. So, you know,
True.
I'm sending good vibes out to everybody right now and saying, you know what? um I can't tell you to call me because I'm an introvert and I don't really like talking to a lot of persons all the time. But if you can find a friend where you can, or somebody that you can vibe with, or whatever it is that you're going through, um just try and do that sometimes. Social media is not always the place as well to air laundry out. um
True. True. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Or go talk to the Most High about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to go to Him and just
of
let Him deal with it. You
course.
can't. Look, I mean, you have to think about it. When you go upon the social media and you put all your problems there, you have people that are watching that are actually like happy. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
would never know.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never know. It'll be ones that you think is close to you that are actually happy about your downfall or your misfortune. So I mean, I don't think that that's a place to put it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't think everything is for social media. I'm just not one of those people that live in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not judging the ones that do because
Yes.
I don't judge. I don't get into the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
However, I know that it's not healthy, and I mean it also breeds jealousy and just hate and everything. Even though people they only show the highlights of their life,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily people won't necessarily show the downfalls.
Right.
And just because somebody posted they on a vacation, that doesn't mean that they're on a vacation at the moment. That could have been pictures that they took in. They could have took those pictures in July. You know what I mean? And then they post them in August.
That's me,
So,
right. That's me right
but
there.
yeah, but you're right, right. You see what I'm saying? But then you have some people like, oh man, why is my life like? People might feel a way about it. I mean, I see that in the youth.
Yes.
A lot of the youths they see people that are winning or they have the nice clothes, the nice this and that, and I say, well, look, not everything that glitters is gold. You can't go based upon that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just try to teach the youth that like it's not all about social media. You have to read too, and get educated in school, but also educate yourself as well.
Yes, yes, yes. That is so important as well. Is try and spend some time in, read and in the library and stuff like that. Not too many,
Mm-hmm.
not too many reading going on right now. People replace some of the books with social media. That is as well.
True, true,
Well, I
true.
could
Yeah.
I could talk to you for 10 hours about this stuff. I'm telling you right now.
No, seriously, and Miss Incision, they did a study on it. They did
Yeah.
they're doing studies on the Chat GPT, and the AI thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Rastafari, we come with the Rastafari come with the ancient or the ancient intelligence, but they say artificial intelligence now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing about it is, the more you depend on, or the more you depend upon the Chat GPT or computers or the AI to think for you,
Yes.
it shrinks. It actually shrinks your brain.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It actually shrinks your, because now you're becoming more and more dependent upon technology than your own mind, your own computer, which is the mind. The brain is the computer.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Technology emulates human body parts, human anatomy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the computer is an emulation of the brain. So why would we want to? You have to use your computer too. You can't forward and just say, "Nah, man." Now you have to use your computer.
Yes.
That the Most High God bless you with. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
And I find that persons are so dependent on just social media and digital, everything as well. Um, and for myself, it is that I use social media, and however, I there are time where I take away from it because I'm off 2 days a week, and on those days, I fast both days or one day. And when I fast, I don't use technology, so phone is off, everything is off, and it's kind of like a reset as well, you know.
Yes, my sister. Yes, my sister. And I want to say first of all, 'cause I know that sometimes the people that's listening, they might feel like offended. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just speaking and saying we can all do better. I'm not saying we can't use these tools because you can't stop man from advancing. Man should naturally advance as time goes on.
That's
It's
true.
just based upon how we use the advancement, and there should be a balance in everything. You see what I'm saying? Because you have a car that has a battery and it has a negative and a positive. It's not just too positive. It's not too negative. It's a negative and a positive, which is a balance, and that's what make the car work. So it's like within us as humans, we must balance ourselves and not give so much to the computer and to the social media, and be more self-reliant as well. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not judging, because people use it for business, or you can use it for business and for different purposes. But there should always be a fast, because, like you just said, sister, fasting is more than just fasting off of food.
Yes, yes.
You can fast off a certain liquid. You can fast off of, certain people smoke. Rastafari might smoke herb. Well, sometimes we need to fast off of smoking herb. We can't smoke all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So somewhere,
and, and
somewhere there's somebody who smoke weed right now. That's I mean, I agree with that, in a brother.
Well, you know what, and that's okay. That's okay. Well, the body will just tell you in time. You know what I'm saying? The body will speak for itself in time. You know what I'm saying? The lungs will cry out in time.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I'm not saying don't do it or you can't do it, but I'm saying that because I want to say this too. In the song, right, Natty?
Yes.
I said, put this in your pipe and smoke it. Herbs I man promoting. I want to say that's a double entendre, because when I say put this in your pipe and smoke it, that's a saying in Jamaica.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not just like I'm saying physically put it in the. Now some people can interpret it that way as well, and that's fine. But I'm also speaking on, when I say herbs I man promoted, I'm not only speaking of marijuana or ganja or whatever you want to call the herb. I'm speaking on other herbs that actually can heal the body. You know what I'm saying? That we can drink.
Yes.
And not always smoke. So,
love it, love it.
So I just want that to be cleared up, just for the youth too, to let them know it's not all about just smoking or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not what Rastafari is based upon.
We have Lexi. Lexi out of New York, and she's saying, actually, the first time she actually heard you singing, or heard you on the radio, it was the Mama track, and she's requesting that I play it. And to be frank with you, that's actually one of my favorite tracks by you as well. I really love the Mama track. So we're going to play the Mama track, and when we come back, we are going to, maybe take like two more questions, and tell our persons where we can find all the works, and such as this new track that you just released. We would like persons to run it up this weekend. I mean, you can continue next week, but to show some love by going and listening on the various platforms. So let's listen to the Mama tune, and we'll be right back with more Koulie. You guys go nowhere. We'll be right back right here on the One on One Music Review Show.
Once the blue sky turned black and the stars appearing at the sky, the lovers arrive. at the right time, night time. And from the union of love, Jah works has begun. In the sunshine, oh mama, mama, I love you so. Never gonna let you go. I'm alive because you let me grow. From a seed into an embryo. Mama, I love you so. Never gonna let you go. I'm alive because you let me grow. From a seed into an embryo. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama. 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 9 months of pain and strain. Somehow your love still remains. Pure as a drop of rain. And unto the earth I cling. Now I am here, my dear. Cast away all of your fears. Finally your face revealed. Watch me grow over the years. Mama queen, you are fully revealed. Love the smell of your skin and hair. The melody singing in my ear. Grab me good, then you can skip it. Mama, mama, I love you so. Never gonna let you go. I'm alive because you let me grow. From a seed into an embryo. Mama, I love you so. Never gonna let you go. I'm alive because you let me grow. From a seed into an embryo. Mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama.
Yes, yes, yes. Listening audience, I thank you for tapping in with us. You're vibing to the sounds of Koulie. The name of that track is Mama. Of course, we are going to be vibing out with him in just a few minutes as well. So I'm taking just two more questions. Of course, if you would like those questions answered that you think that I did not get to, you will. You will be directed to his social media. You can reach out to him, let him know that you listened to him today in the interview, and you could tell him about this track and about this interview, what your thoughts are as well. Okay. So let's see. We have Elizabeth and Paul out of Guyana, and they're saying, "Wow, hmm, did he say he didn't live in Jamaica?" Yes, he did say he doesn't reside in Jamaica, Elizabeth and Patrick. Yep. He doesn't reside in he doesn't live in Jamaica. He lives here in the US. But they're saying that the sound that you're giving is very rich out of the US compared to other sounds that they've heard out of the US, and that was not necessarily recorded in Jamaica. So are you working with producers here in the US, or are you recording in Jamaica?
Well, I mean, I record in the U.S. and also Jamaica. One of the main producers I'm working with is Bobby York. Bobby York is based out of Jamaica. He's a big time like reggae producer, dancehall producer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done some great works. So yeah, I have songs recorded with him that'll be coming out really soon as well.
Yes.
And Paul Castick, those are my main two people right now when it comes to the production, because I mean, there's just no one topping them when it comes to production.
Yeah.
I'm sure as the time goes by, I will work with more people. I'm also like a musician as well, so I'm playing acoustic. I'm working on an acoustic project right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so we're just taking our time, just slowly working and just grinding. But yeah, Jamaica is a place I frequent, and I definitely do work out of Jamaica. So yeah, like my base is definitely growing there.
Yes.
And that's home base to I. You know what I mean? I mean, even though I don't reside there and wasn't born there, that's my home. That's my culture. So I would never abandon that. And I know some people. You know what I'm saying? I remember being younger and being around certain Rasta man. And them say, look at the Yankee boy going like him a Rasta and all of them something. You know what I'm saying? So I've dealt with the critique. My skin is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I have no shame, and I'm just here to do the works. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let them talk. Let them talk. Make them talk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we have Deborah out of the UK that says she pretty much gone through your social media and she loved your vibe. From what she's seeing, she loved the Rastaman. Yes. Okay, Deborah out of the UK. Yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sending in, like all the questions as well. But you're also welcome that when he hangs up, you can also reach out to him on social media. And I encourage everyone, the artists that come on this show, I always encourage my listeners to, if you cannot purchase, you're more than welcome as well to stream. It's not any money big in terms of
Mhm.
streaming if you don't have a lot of persons who are actually doing it, but just out of principle as well. If you're so believe in the artist, and out of respect, um, try and follow up on one of the digital platforms by even just listening if you do not have the money to purchase as well, because the artist is very grateful, yeah, to know that
Yes.
you're actually are following up with their work as well. So what's next for you, Koulie? Are you're just release Natty? Are you
Mhm.
on a media tour, and can the listening audience look forward to live performances for the rest of this summer or even later this year?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? Maybe later this year. I know for sure that I've been performing around the city. We have a big festival coming up on August the 30th.
Uh huh.
That'll be here in Atlanta. Called the Taste of Soul Fest. Taste of Soul Festival. It's a big deal. We just got through doing a Caribbean festival. That with the Caribbean Association of Georgia.
Yes.
I just did that some time ago. So now, yeah, like I said, that's coming up August the 30th. It'll be a big festival for the people. So if you're in Atlanta, you can come and just enjoy the food and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the vibes. It'll definitely be a family friendly environment. And so, yeah, it's just working on just getting some more dates and really just kind of honing in on exactly who wants to see Koulie and where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Once we really get those the demographics and the numbers, then we'll be able to kind of pinpoint like where we need to go. So it's just we're just taking our time, just kind of doing them type of thing. But yeah, I give a big up to VPAL because VPAL they end up just giving me a distribution deal, and so I can release the music through them. And so we release Rockers through them and also Nazi through them, and we'll be releasing more music through VPAL so they can properly distribute the music and get it places that Koulie wouldn't necessarily be able to get it just as an independent artist.
Love it, love it. Shout out to VPAL.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, most definitely.
so a shout out as well to Mekanai out of Kingston that say, yeah man, Koulie has a vibe.
Yes, righteous, righteous. I give
I
thanks. I
love
give
it.
thanks, man. People, I don't know if people really understand how much it really means. When I get those kind of feed forward, it
Yeah.
just give out the strength to really continue.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
I really give thanks. I really give thanks because I'm only when it comes to this music thing, I'm of service to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that the people really gravitate towards it, it really means a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, like I says, whatever the audience, and it's something where you can have 10 people today and a million tomorrow, and the difference is like who is actually listening as well, and can share the knowledge with other persons as well to tell them about the great music that they're hearing. I love everything that that I've listened to. In terms of yourself, it's always professionally done. You're working with great producers as well. I know the names as well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
done the work with them, but I know their work because I've had
True.
various artists that have passed through here, and some of the artists who have passed through actually I've worked with those producers as well, so I know their work. You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great things, Coolly. All I ask is that when you go on tour, just allow me to come on stage and just laugh. That's it. Just
What? No, most definitely. I mean,
open
not
for you.
honestly, the people that that's one thing about Cooley. No, but see, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
One thing about Cooley is that I'm very serious when it comes to like
Mhm.
keeping the connection with the ones that actually give out the strength and you know what I'm saying, and just actually give her the opportunity to forward in this thing. So everyone, when I mean it, and I mean it, y'all hold me to this. Make sure the audience listening and everyone hold eye to this. People that give Koulie a chance to come on a platform like this session right here, so these people will get exclusive things when it comes to Koulie in the future. You know what I mean? I don't care how big I bust, I don't care how big I get. I will never forget the people that show love to the eye when it comes to the groundation of this thing. So, Sister, we'll do enough works in the future. You know what I'm saying? And when the people want to interview from Koulie and it's like, oh man, we want to do this. No, I'm giving it to the Empress first. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so we'll see. Mm-hmm.
Love it, love it. We actually have a few DJs that are listening in as well, and are requesting interviews. So I will give you information off here as well. so you can decide. You want to give them an interview. Um,
Yes, for
the-
sure.
few DJs in Africa. All right. I thank you for coming through. But what would you like our listening audience to know about, what's next for yourself? And also, any last minute shout outs and where they could find you on social media.
So the social media will be Koulie Nation on all platforms. It's Koulie Nation. That's Koulie Nation. Once again, that's Koulie Nation. If you're not really big on the social media thing and you just want to go to Google, you can go to Google and type in Koulie. You will see all of my works right there listed for you to just to do the research finding and just see what you want to search, seek what you want to search for. When it comes to big ups, I want to give a big up to Sizzla Kalungi. I want to give a big up to Bo Bjork. I want to give a big up to Paul Castic. I want to give a big up to Mexico because Mexico has been playing records too.
Yeah,
A
man.
bridger named Mike Jed out of Mexico. I want to give a big up to Germany,
Mm-hmm.
DJ King Kenny, and I just want to give a big up to Mama Jackie, which is my manager.
Yeah.
I would like to give a big up to you, sister, as well, just for giving that an opportunity once again,
Blessed
and
love.
I don't take it lightly at all. Who else should I give a big up to? I want to give a big up to the listeners, right? Because we're nothing without them. You see what I say?
That's
As
true.
big as the artists want to act like they can become or whatever, you're nothing without the people. I'll make sure we always remember that. I don't care what platform you're doing, what podcast you're hosting or whatever, you're nothing without the people. So we always must pay homage and give respect to the people. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, we're nothing without them. When it comes to just I just want to give first. I want to really. I should have started giving a big up to the Most High as well because that's the biggest big up I can really give. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the Most High, I don't wake up today. So I give thanks for the life. You know what I mean? To be able to even be here, and I want to give a big up to my family. I love all of y'all, and I just give thanks for the opportunity. And I also want to say His foundation is in the holy mountains. Jah loveth the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of Jah. I'll make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know I. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia, for this man was born there. Selah, Rastafari.
I love it. I love it. It's always a pleasure having you come through. You are a return guest. I look forward to seeing you and hearing more that you have to, give in terms of our music as well. Keep on listening because sometimes people send in, shout outs and questions and stuff like that as well. And we're working in the digital sense where it is like you get off and then you hear me shouting out this person that say, tell this to Koulie as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So, all right, it's a pleasure, right? It's a pleasure having
Yes,
you
yes.
come through to the listening audience. The name of the track that was recently released, it's called Natty. We are going to vibe out with Natty, right? But do not go anywhere because coming up next, we have, of course, um, our next artist waiting in the wings. We're talking about Papa Biggy. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Koulie. I will connect with you later. Thanks so much. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
Empress goes. Bless me, sister.
Blessed,
Much respect.
blessed love.
Hiatus. Yes.
So I will never want to leave. And let me rest in a green meadows. Lead me beside peaceful streams. I beg you that you renew my strength. I will follow any path you lead. When if you do it on me, that is great last. Come go down, go down. That is great last. Come go down, go down. Now the smoke it, herbs I man come out.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the sounds of none other than Koulie. Check him out on your social media platforms, Koulie Nation. But we have waiting in the wings, we have Papa Biggy, the veteran artist. I had an opportunity where we actually had his flyer on our social media, and a few persons reached out to me and said, "A veteran artist coming on. I am so happy. I want to hear more." Most persons that actually reach out to me actually know of Papa Biggie and what is that he has done for the industry as well. So we're going to get into some things. Do not go anywhere, okay? Papa Biggie is going to be up in less than 60 seconds.
Disappointment will come your way. Disappointments come your way. But always remember there's another day. You can cry if you feel like crying. Just never give up or ever stop trying. Never give up or ever stop trying. Never give up now, never give up now on your dreams. Nothing is impossible as long as it is seen. Never give up now, never give up now on your dreams. Nothing is impossible as long as it is. When you fall, they want to see you stay down. But just pick yourself up from off of the ground. Listen to the fighter deep inside of you. Defy the odds. This is what you should do. Never give up now, never give up now on the dreams.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, there's no time like the present, and currently we have in studio Papa Biggy is joining us. Papa Biggy, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, Empress Dr. Rose G. I'm definitely here.
How are you?
I'm great.
Yes. I tell you, we were listening to Dreams. That's one of your tracks that I think date back to 2020, and it's one of my favorites as well.
No, actually, your dreams actually date back as far as 2010.
2010, but you did a do over in 2020. Am I correct?
It wasn't really done over, and it was just actually re-released.
Re-released, okay. Well, it's my favorite. I didn't know about it before 2010. I knew about it around 2020 when during COVID, somewhere around that time.
Because, that actually, let me give you a joke about that song. I was here because I reside in the States, and I was actually here at my home during the period of when they had the Iraq. There was some continuation of the war in Iraq, and the soldiers were based in Iraq, U.S. soldiers. And I remember this young man actually called me. Although I didn't even know he got my number from way over there, and he said to me that that was a song they were playing and listening to. He was actually a Jamaican, but he was on tour of duty there at the time. And he said that song was a song that they played religiously on a daily basis on the battlefield where they were around each other and listening to the music, and it was so uplifting at the time. And I didn't even realize the impact that song really had, because as an artist, when you do a song, to every song you do, you have that song as the best song you have ever done. So when the audience or the listening public single out a song and say, well, this is the song, it's because that song appealed to them. And more often, different songs from your catalog would appeal to a different demographics of people who listened to it at the time. And then I realized the impact that song really had,
Yes.
Because never give up on your dreams is something that basically telling you, listen me, no matter how you get knocked down, just get back up. As one writer would say, it's not the amount of time you get hit down or knocked down, it's the amount of time you get up, you know?
Yes.
So that's basically what it's saying, that song, Never give up on your dreams.
Very motivational, I must say.
Yep, thank you.
So, let's get acclimated with our listening audience. There are persons who are listening in that actually know of, Papa Biggie and what you're all about, and what you actually bring to the culture as well. But there are also, we have an audience who doesn't know anything about Papa Biggie, right? So let's start as well with a few questions. We have Dave out of the US. He's actually in South Carolina. He said, when it comes to Jamaican names, I'm always interested to hear what's the story behind the names. What's the
Okay,
story
his name
behind
is
the
Dave.
names? Yeah. Dave out of South Carolina. Yes.
Hello, hello, Dave.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. It's Dave out of South Carolina. He says, what's in the name? How did you arrive at Papa Biggie? Go ahead.
Okay, how did I arrive at Papa Biggie? All right. Papa Biggie is actually, the name Biggie actually came before the Papa.
Uh-huh.
And the name Biggie actually got me in trouble because there was this beautiful young lady while I was going to primary school. Well, it was all age school at the same time, at that time, but they don't call everything primary school in Jamaica. I was actually living in the rural parish of St. Anne, and I was attending St. George's All Age School at the time,
Mm-hmm.
which is now St. George's Primary. And in a little district called Cassikel, the school was located at Blackstone Edge, St. Anne, a little area that a farming community that most people don't never even heard of. Anyway, I went to St. Anne to live with my grandmother, after leaving Kingston after my parents migrated. So while I was there, this beautiful little young girl come from England. Me as a little young boy, she come from England and she had this beautiful accent. Her name was Christine Martin. I can't forget her. And I always said to her, I always, me, little promiscuous little boy, I'm writing my little love notes, roses are red, violets are blue, and giving them to her. She get mad. She threw them back at me and said, what are you writing? And one Friday, I can't believe, forget it was a Friday. She said, you biggie, stop writing me. I tell you, I don't like you. Everybody in the school started laughing at me, man. So that became a point of fighting where I was teased about how Christine had basically insulted me and called me a biggie. And I started fighting over the name until I ended up passing my exam, going to Front Court High School. And when actually I started to go around the microphone and started talking on microphones and things in sound systems, starting with the sound system in my grandmother neighborhood with a virgin named Winman or Jacko, the sound system. And I said, you know what, let me see the name that I would like to use. By then, everybody was using either Papa or Rankin. You had Rankin Tyan, you had Rankin Joe, original Rankin Trevor, and then you have Papa Michigan and Smiley. You have a whole lot of papas, Papa Levi. All of those the papas were popping up all over the place. So, well, the papas were popping up over the place. I adopted the name because Papa Michigan and Papa Smiley, or General Smiley and Papa Michigan, were the more prolific people out there with the name Papa at the time. And hence I took on the name Papa. And the title Papa, I had the Papa to the Biggie. And that's, it just took off from there into the 1982 National DJ competition while still in high school. And I basically beat a whole field of artists and to become the number one DJ at the time in Jamaica. What we call DJ now, which is spinning music, was then called selector.
Yeah.
MC, what we call MC now, like say a Sean Paul, we would call him a DJ, or Buju Banter, DJ Buju Banter would be looked upon as a DJ, or a Capleton as a DJ.
Yes.
Back then, you understand me? Which was this jockey. But then the whole game changed when it crossed over into America, and they after Cool Herc, start calling himself a DJ because Cool Herc is who brought hip hop to America
Mm-hmm.
because hip hop came from a Jamaican background, and anybody can tell you, Cool Herc is actually Jamaican, and
Yes.
he's the godfather of hip hop in America and rap music. So, what really happened? With that said, that's how the name Papa Biggie came about, really.
All right. So I introduced dreams to the listening audience, but of course, there are many levels to Papa Biggie there as well. Very versatile in your recordings. So I'm going to jump to one of your track. And when we come back, we're going to take some more questions for the listening audience. And I have a few questions as well as it pertains to the track we're about to play. So, ladies and
No
gentlemen,
problem.
go nowhere. This is Sound Funeral. Go nowhere. We'll be right back with more Papa Biggie. Keep sharing.
A time for peace and a time for war. Well, this is a musical war. Papa Biggie. We don't take prisoner in a soul catch war. A soul violator, we kill not from far. We don't take prisoner in a soul catch war. A soul violator, we kill not from far. Hey. From sundown to sun up, any sound but just run up. Lava blow the melt and just burn up. Mongrel no be mix up in a pitbull fight. The angel of death, they a sound take flight. We make you afraid that you shadow in a broad daylight. See the ark of fly down and mistake it be kite. Don't they chop them up like a alligator bite. Right? Kadar. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on a second. I have oh gosh. You guys are cracking me up. I have Junior out of New York. That's the Empress. Pull up the track. When he said about the mongrel a while ago. Hold up a second. I'm going to pull up the track for you, Junior. Okay? He says something about mongrel. But before I do that as well, let me run through a few persons on social media here. Big ups, big ups, big ups to Pest Under Control, Madam's Films. We have Villain Roots out of Trenchtown that's saying, bless up, you definitely right about that, King. Oh, he's talking about Papa Biggie. So definitely right about that guy, King Jarastafari. I will go through the social media platforms and get some of the comments as we go ahead. But right now, it's all about Junior from New York. That's the Empress. Pull up that track. Because suddenly me feel like seminar dance hall. All right, we'll be right back.
Prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill not from far. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill not from far. Hey. From sundown to sun up, any sound but just run up. Lava flow the melt and just burn up. Mongrel no be mix up in a pitbull fight. The angel of death, they a sound take flight. We make you afraid that you shadow in a broad daylight. See the ark of fly down and mistake it be kite. Don't they chop them up like a alligator bite. Right? Kadar. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far. When them say, to the sound of a hard, we don't deal with them spit on a straight sound mob. We hold the key to the sound graveyard. So no plate stop us up and selector start panic. Straight diarrhea and EJ start vomit. Belly a hurt them just can't stand it. So the big shots where them have them up in your it. My soul is like a nuclear bomb inside a traffic jam. Better than TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. We don't care who you are, with the where you come from. From a sound is the program, them who get young. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far. We make the drunk crowd fly down before the undertaker come. We use a dozen rope plate and open up your radio. Give you a 6'6" introduction to the group. Make your friend them think fast before they beat up them go. Notice go out, but I so never get it. No, it was lava out. Make it live to regret it. Scatter! We don't take prisoner in a sound catch war. A sound violator, we kill that from far. We don't take prisoner in a sound catch
Papa Biggie.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I tell you. I tell you. Yes, we have Joyce out of Montego Bay. I said, man, I thought I was in the dance hall just now. Big up Joyce out of Montego Bay. Yes, yeah.
You know, go ahead.
We have a few actually. My stomping ground. A few persons that's listening from Sedmere, but of course as well, I have a few persons with my stomping ground at De La Vega City currently who is listening right now and say, Empress, you did not tell me that we were going to be in the dance hall today. But I love that one because it's authentic. It has the 90s sound to it. Uh-huh. Okay. That's what's going on. So yeah, we have various persons in different platforms. Right now I have like 12 different screens in front of me, but I will get to each and every one. I will shout you guys as we go along as well. So Papa Biggie, my question to you is, when you started, did you start into music? I know a lot of our artists, they start in the sound clash days, or they start, carrying box, and for some of the DJs
Yeah,
and
my
stuff like
thing
that.
is, actually started going around the sound systems, starting from my neighborhood where I was living at the time in Senton, while I was actually going to high school also
Uh-huh.
at Ferncourt High School. It was basically a dual situation where I was boarded out with a teacher, Mrs. Sipes, at Ferncourt High School while attending there,
Yes.
and my grandmother was living in another part of Senton. So on the weekends, I would share between Senton, where my school was, to where my grandmother was, and then sometimes I'm also in Western Kingston, where I was originally from.
Mm-hmm.
So I would visit West Kingston at the same time.
Yeah.
Which include that whole Denham Town, Tivoli Gardens, that whole area, that Trenchtown area, all of that is just Western Kingston. So I was basically between all those places at the same time, and I realized that I had I know I could have written poetry from a young age. I was writing, as I said, I was writing to the young ladies at school, and then it went on to me start writing lyrics. But the part that was made a profound impact on
Uh-huh.
me, because before I went to St. Anthony, I used to go and watch Bob Marley and a lot of the guys rehearsing, as kids, because my friend, his father was a Rastaman, and we used to always go see his father because he lived in a section of Trenchtown called Ghost Town. At this time, my father had moved from Denham Town and lived with a lady in because my mother and my father broke up early. So my mother was, not around at the time. I was with my father. My father went and lived with a lady in Trenchtown. So I started my first primary school as Trenchtown Primary. This was long before I went to Senton. So the musical energy was there from those Trenchtown days, because the yard that we lived in, there the gentleman at the front of the bar, and he had a sound system called El Classic.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to listen to that sound system, and you used to have sound like El Paso. All the other sounds used to play in the area, and so I used to listen to them. So from a young age, from a tender age, even before I went to St. Anne to live, I was exposed to that music. Now, moving forward, living in St. Anne now, once I started realizing I could write music, I came up from like being in the choir school, the drama thing in school, and then I went on to start, and then the Falkland crisis came along. And that was when I actually entered the Jamaica National DJ competition, starting with my first victory in Senton, beating out a field, including one of the noted people that came second, which is Michaelos. He came second in that competition. And then from there, I went on to start. I won a scholarship in music and rhythm at the Jamaica School of Music. I won a gold award, and I won some cash. And from then, after leaving Ferncourt, I actually went back to Kingston to live, where I started my journey in recording for producers such as Henry John Jalas, Sly and Robbie, who actually gave me my first major hit song. Actually, had the youth them up to grow before even that was a hit song to the general rhythm, the same rhythm that with Channel One Studios, they actually produced that song themselves. The name of that song is called "Youth Them Up to Grow," and it's on the general rhythm, the same rhythm that give you with Barrington Levy. the same album actually, which is strange. All the dances are changing. And on the same album, you also have Little John song, All Over Me, Me Girl, All Over, you know. So those songs were prominent songs on the rhythm, and my song also took flight on it. I started recording for producers such as not only Sly and Robbie, but also people like Winston Riley, which put out a slew of songs with me. You know, that a lot of them were successful also. So that's how my career really took off. Really, you know, Yellow Man had a profound impact. The death of Bob Marley shook me so much that was when I took it serious. Then Yellow Man put the icing on the cake when I went to a dance and watched Yellow Man. I used to listen to Jack Ruby's song. Bobby Culture is one of my favorite also. Brigadier Jerry also with his cultural, but the delivery from Yellow Man and his flow, you know, it kind of caught me. And that's why, you know, I started, you know, going deeper and deeper into it. But that's basically my journey as I started, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's admirable as well. And we know that the sound system is actually relevant when we talk about the sound system culture is very relevant and
Yep,
plays a role
definitely.
in reggae music. And
One of the,
Mhm. go,
okay,
go
I
ahead.
don't want to cut you, but I just want to interject for a second. One of the sound systems that really helped me to get on a bigger stage was Black Scorpio because I was recording also for Jack Scorpio for the Black Scorpio label. And at the
Yes.
same time going around on the sound system all over Jamaica. Black Scorpio sound took me all over Jamaica away from also the Music Machine Gang, which is Duke Williams, and then you have Bagger Brown also. At one point I was like touring the island. In those days, as artists, you couldn't make your name by being on so because there was no social media
Yes.
and the radio stations were numbered. It was just like two radio stations in Jamaica, RGR and JBC. So with so many artists, everybody couldn't be playing on it at the same time. You understand?
Hmm.
Plus, in those days, they were more geared to playing foreign music more than even Jamaican music, like so of such. Duke Williams, I remember people like Barry G actually changed the landscape of playing Jamaican music a lot on it until because IRFM came long after. You understand? So, you know, it was just basically things were in the formal stages, but you know, we have to give homage to the original DJs like Daddy Uri, Account Machuki, before me a Tapazuki, a people like a Lone Ranger, a Big Youth, Big Youth, and the Rankin Trevors, you know, even Ika Mouse, and all these people that were there before Borough Bantan, leading up, you know, that were leading the charge before me, you know, and it's so much of them, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to give the Prince Busters who paved the way for the Sound Clash business and Dirk Morgan because Dirk Morgan and Prince Buster had one of the biggest clashes. So when people hear a Ninja Man and a Shabba Ranks or a Bounty Killer and a Beanie Man or a Movado and a Vibes Cartel go at it and all these young guys going at it, this is nothing new. This has been going on since the 1960s. Because one of the biggest clash that ever Jamaica has ever seen in those days was between um, Dirk Morgan and Prince Buster, where people start getting hurt at dances and on the streets because of supporting each one of those artists at the time. So what's going on, and even the sound clash culture, and sometimes it might get a little out of hand because the fans say Jamaicans, as you know, are a very emotional set of people. And once they,
Are we?
once they get emotional, they can easily get out of hand sometimes. You know that.
Yes.
We tend to get unruly very easily. And that's why we couldn't stay as slaves too long.
Boy, I tell you. So,
Yeah.
you have been in the industry for years upon years, and you're still doing the damn thing. So, what is it that keep you what motivates you to keep on going right
All
now?
right. Before I could even go to the motivational part of it, the thing is, music in itself motivates me because I cry through music, I laugh through music, I speak through music, I love through music. You understand me? And I um I remember one person in Jamaica looked at me and said, "Every time you open your mouth, you put your foot in it," because I was speaking from my heart through my mouth, through the lyrics, through lyrical content.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't deal with it because I do a lot of social commentary.
Yes.
And as an artist, the DJ scene, as you said, the dancehall and dancehall music, the people who does that type of music, is what society look at as the people at the bottom of the spectrum. But if they listen to the lyrical content, they are basically addressing the social norms, whether it be good or bad, whether it be through entertaining, where a guy would tell a girl, go on top of her head and dance, or a guy would say, listen me, you are doing this or you are doing that in society and would like it to stop. And they address, that is where the forum of society is addressed on a local level, where the voice of the people is heard, because the voice of the people is not going to be heard through a megaphone or on the biggest radio station or the biggest TV station. Nowadays, social media has come to fill that void, so to speak. But that era, before it was even a void, it was a place where dancehall and dancehall music, what we call dancehall music, dancehall used to be a place, not a music. It would be dancehall music, but the music would be that it was played in the dance halls. And that's where artists used to express the, the views of the people, because 90% of the songs that that young artists are putting out, that people are saying are derogatory music and this and that. Listen to me. The society is living that lifestyle, and that's how the artists actually adapt. And that's why even a Vibes Cartel can be so famous, because when you look around the world, now listen to me, they're gonna say Vibes Cartel talk about. I'm not saying I agree with all his lyrical content, because me, I'm not gonna go there and talk certain lyrics, because certain lyrical content I will never divulge in and talk. But at the same time, I can basically see where it is coming from. Now, to be honest, instead of me being an hypocrite and saying this or saying that, I have to be honest about everything. Now, a tourist will come to Jamaica and wear a skimpy tongue on the beach and nobody says anything. And the beach is a public place where everybody's seeing them. The kids are seeing them doing that. Nobody says anything because it's a tourist. A Jamaican artist take up a microphone and a girl come to a dance in a less skimpy, she's even more covered, and will still get ridiculed, saying, look how them a dress. But what I'm saying is that you're accepting it at a certain level because it's bringing in funds, and it is so-called foreigners are doing it. But when your own people emulate the same things and try to do it, then it becomes a problem. There should not have been, there should be censorship then right across the board. If you're gonna come to our beaches, dress appropriate. That means if you're gonna talk to the people in the dances about that, then speak to those people also. No, level the playing field. And that's where I find a problem with a society that will point their fingers at their own, but doesn't point their fingers at the people that are coming in to do the same thing. I would love for it to be a level playing field. That's just my take on it. Well, at the same time, it's my personal opinion, and I am entitled to that. I might be wrong, and I might be right. It's up to me and my personal view and my personal morals. No, I personally, if I see a young lady, whether it be a tourist or anybody dressed that way, and I am in a situation where I can comment or say something to them like, hey, why don't you cover up a little bit? Because the kids are seeing it. So children live what they learn. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Children do what they learn. And if we let our children see those things and then they grow up, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you allow those people to do it, but you want to chastise us not to do it," then that's where the double standard comes in, and then the younger people growing up now gonna start looking at the society like, "Come on, you're a bunch of hypocrites," and that's how disrespect comes in, where they have no because they've always said you're never too old to learn. And I've come to learn this statement by a young man who said it to me one day, knocked me off my feet when he said it. I said to him, "You're never too old to learn." And you know what he said to me? "Have you ever heard the saying, you're never too young to teach?" And I'm like, damn, I never look at it like that. You really do have some. He said to me next, he said, follow it up, and he said, the Bible said it. He said, the Bible says that, the Quran says it. He said, listen to me. The Bible said, a child shall lead. And also the Bible said, what have been hidden from the wise and prudent have been revealed to the babe and suckling. So the same way you can be teaching me to do and pointing out the things that I'm doing wrong, I can point out also to you your flaws. And your flaws, most of the times, is what shaped me into getting involved in my flaws. But you're not willing to accept it. You know that you're grown up. You're only pointing on where you see the problem is now. But you must remember, you planted the seeds years ago. Mm-hmm. That's what it says to me. And I'm like, whoa.
Sorry, you're echoing.
And
Go ahead. Sorry about
it's the
that.
truth, So that's one of the things, that, I look at, and to say, to answer, that the state of dancehall and to what it is, today, it's really, dancehall is buzzing right now. It's flourishing because in my days, you go DJ for a sound, the promoter look for you, give $20 or $30. And you look if you get up to $80 or $50. Nowadays, I see Vibes Cartel getting over $1 million for a show. Think about it.
Yes, I tell you, you're going to be coming to one of my other shows, the MCAE series, where it is that we dive into even some more of this material because, something that I talk about as well is the fact that on the beaches in Jamaica, like you have some of the locals who cannot visit the beach, and I'm I'm actually putting a documentary together that someone asked me to put together for that, because that's very interesting that we have beaches where our locals cannot be on the beach at certain times as well, or certain days. So I want to know a little bit more about that, and it's kind of like putting on my journalism hat and ensuring that we get the real story behind what's going on there as well. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so just want to shout out a few persons across different platforms. I haven't like pulled up my YouTube as well, but I see that there are various persons over there that's shouting you out, Papa Biggie. I see that shout out to Yolanda Griffiths as well, and
definitely. That's Rosebud, Selector Rosebud. Big up yourself, Rosebud. Actually, we were out together this past weekend. It was a very nice experience, We actually went to a couple of shows and it was really good,
Yeah.
Good company. I met her years ago when she had a show in Florida, and I was one of the artists that she had booked for the show. We've been friends ever since,
Yes, I see Garfield Treasure and as well, and GT is also alive and well. And thanks GT for showing up. I appreciate that.
Was that GT Taylor?
No, GT the artist as well.
Oh, TC you said?
GT.
GT.
Yeah,
okay.
we have Eccleston Barnes.
Yeah, man, big up everybody on the platform and each and everyone out there in Radio Land who's listening and the people on YouTube. I want to say, thanks for listening and tuning in, because, it's, you guys mean a ton load to me. The reason is that without you, Me as an artist, I as an artist is basically nothing when it comes to my musical career because the fans are the people that and the supporters of the music are the ones that who actually drive. They're in the driver's seat. I'm just along to make sure I play my part as one of the passengers in the vehicle because there's so many artists. We all could not be drivers, you know. So the general public is the drivers, are the driver. It basically is the drivers who drive it, and as an artist, it's just for me to be a part of it and deliver, my little part of the goods.
Yes, we have shout out to Farron Crossman as well, and there are actually quite a few Africans that tapped into our YouTube as well. So I want to take the time out to shout out. I just saw his name. Um, it will come to me, but he's out of Sierra Leone as well. I we have Sierra Leone in the house. We also have Senegal in the house. Shout out to Tika. Thanks for tapping in. I can't. There's as I said, there's like 12 different um, um, things in front of me, and I have to like keep on going to each as well because of the various platforms. But I'm so happy, for the various persons that's listening across the aisle and showing love as well. Big up to Papa Paul. Papopolis, if I butcher your name, please forgive me. Papopolis, I thank you. I see you. Trust me, I see you. I see you across my social media each and every week when you log on, to show love, and I appreciate it as well. I'm glad that the artists are having persons from various parts as well. All the persons right now who are tapping in from out of Japan, thanks for coming through and showing love. Shout out to Trent C Music as well. Um, Cleopatra out of Miami, I see you. Or Fort Lauderdale as well. Don you, thanks for tapping in. Um, yeah, all the persons on X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and to all the parties who are tapped in overseas between Singapore, Japan, Brazil, Thailand, all the other countries, I thank you as well. All the small countries, or I should say the Caribbean countries, such as Guyana, Turks and Caicos, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. And if I missed any of your questions here, because we are pressed for time, you are more than welcome to follow the artist. They're going. Papa Biggie is going to share his social media platform. We had Koulie on earlier as well, and so before I vibe out, I will actually repeat the artist social media so that you can look them up as well. So we have maybe two or three more questions for Papa Biggie. One of the questions is we're taking this from Jackie. Jackie is out of New York. She said out of Long Island, New York. And our question to you is, you know, that now that you're, she says she's guessing that you stepped away for a little while because she didn't hear anything, but you have come back full force. And of course, your music is doing so well. It's not something that you just brush under a carpet. It's music that will live forever. You can pick your music up in 10 years, it will still be of relevance. But are you planning to actually distribute more tracks this year? Or are you at a pause for tracks right now and are focusing on actually doing live performance because she would love to see you in live performance?
All right. So to answer that, that's a bifold question, a bifold answer to that situation. I will be having more songs coming out, and also I am geared for live performances also. So as the tracks come out, as you know, then the promoters will be calling, and the shows will be coming because I myself per se is not actually promoting any shows. So the promoters, once they come calling, you'll definitely be seeing me. So once you guys keep on supporting me on social media, making sure they're talking to the radio disc jocks and say, listen, me, we want to hear this song. If you like the song, you just request the song. And once you request the songs and you get that support, I get that support, the likes, and just, in general, because we're living in a social driven world. It's driven by social media, this world right now. And social media is the biggest medium right now. There's no, hands down, no one can deny that because popularity basically streams through social media. And once my songs become at a certain level, and because no matter how good a song is, no matter how good a song is, if the people are not hearing it or the general populace is not supporting it, then no promoter is going to want to put you on their event because every promoter look at their bottom line, the dollar, because it's a business. And because it's a business and driven by popularity, that's how I'm gonna get the shows. So Sister Jackie, I would love for you to just go tell a friend to tell a friend to support Papa Biggy.
Yeah.
And once you do that, the promoters will be calling and I'll be ending up right where you are and you'll be able to see me. So that's it right now. And that goes for Radioland all over the world. It's because the music is now, it has been global, but now social media makes the world a little smaller place. That means it's more accessible. So I'm imploring on each and every one out there, to do that. So I'll be performing live and I'll also be having new material coming out. So keep tuned. Go
Love
ahead now,
it.
Empress,
Love it.
please.
Love it. Love it. So, in closing, do you have any last minute shout outs? And you're asking that you share your social media handles with the listening audience as well.
Okay, all right. Okay. My Facebook page, it's simple. As long as you Google my name, Papa Biggy, that's two separate words. Papa Biggy, that's Papa Biggy. And once you go there, I can be found on SoundCloud. I can be found on Facebook. I can be found on Instagram, Thread, TikTok, you name it, LinkedIn, you name it, I'm there. And it's simple. My email is a simple thing because I can give up my email because my personal life is different from my professional life. So I usually keep them separate and apart, so that I can give more access to me as a person. So my email is original papabiggy at gmail.com. That's original papabiggy at gmail.com. And that's one way you could reach me. You understand? Once you send me an email, I'll be sure enough to answer you and to get back to you. You understand me? At the same time, you can link me up, send a message me, inbox me on any one of the social media networks or sites, so to speak, which is, as I said, Instagram, Facebook, you know, not really TikTok, maybe. I don't know how to do the TikTok and the inbox thing on TikTok, but I know on Instagram, you could inbox me easily. The best one is Facebook. And then, we go from there. So
Love it.
that's how to get to me.
Awesome. Do you have any last minute shout outs before we go?
Yes, I want to shout out, not very often I get the chance to really shout out the people, my day one, all the people who started this journey with me. And I want to have a very special love for that little district in St. Ann called Castle Kelly. I want to big up all the people from St. Ann, Castle Kelly, all my Fern Court alumni, all my St. George's College alumni, and also to my first school, Trenchtown Primary, and also to Tivoli Gardens, which most people know me, and my Portmore family, my Cumberland family, my Portmore family, my Tivoli Gardens family, my Denham Town, Trench Town, all that little diaspora in that area, that neighborhood. I want to shout out all the people in Western Kingston because my art will always be in Western Kingston. That's where I came from. You understand me? One in Nelson Street, Denham Town, and no matter where in the world I branch off to, everybody know West Kingston will always be my home. You understand me? And it's dear to me. At the same time, Sentan will always be my parish and my home also. So I just want to say Jamaica in general, enough love, and I want to say big respect to each and everyone. My Connecticut family, I know you guys are listening and you're watching and you're listening to hear if I'm going to say anything. Yes. Connecticut, yes. You know I'm here. You understand? Enough love to my Connecticut family. That's where I reside now. And I want to say big respect to each and everybody out there in Radioland and all the people who have stretched forth their hands to help me. Pablo, Rusky, Yolanda, Rosebud, all the people, Celia in Jamaica, and all the relevant people, and Richie, Flex, last but not least, and most of all, my brother from another mother, Peter, everybody, Peaches. There's so much people, and guess what? I can't leave out the Queen Bee. You understand me? My wife Karen, and all the people, and everybody who made my life what it is today. My children was ever so supportive of me, so my relatives, all of them. So it's too many names to call. All the radio disc jockeys, all that are playing my songs who show me love endlessly. I can't, I could never ask for a more beautiful set of people. You understand me? The people on the radio who support me, the people on social media who help me. It's so much. And my African brothers and sisters, you understand me? You're always in my heart. So, the struggle continues, but guess what? We'll get through it. Musically, we're going to fight the battle because we don't need sticks and stones and we don't need guns and bombs. Word, power, and sound, education, and to change the mindset and reset the mindset, especially of some of our younger and more vulnerable ones, which are the young youths coming up, so that we won't end up hurting each other, but loving each other more and stretching for that blanket of love and it will reverberate around the world. As Marcus Garvey said, we just have to start with one, us in person, ourselves, with me.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Thanks for sharing. Your shout out. You pretty much cover a lot of bases. We appreciate you coming through. I'm going to vibe out as, of course, with one of your
And thank you
one of your
so
tracks.
ever so much, Empress.
Oh, it's
Dr.
okay.
Empress
Thank you.
Rose G.
Yes,
Thank you so much
it's a
for
pleasure.
having me.
It's a
And thanks for
pleasure.
everyone who is listening.
It's a
Peace.
pleasure having you, of course. So, to the listening audience, we're going to vibe out with another track from Papa Biggy, and please go and support him across the social media platforms. We are pressed for time, so I will play his track and I will come back and do my outro. Go nowhere. You're listening to the sounds of Papa Biggy, and I appreciate you guys coming through as well. Oh, low, low, low.
Just see me, I know follow you. Street light, Papa Biggy, Papa Biggy. Have your 3 pint and we'll want go dash it. Have your good light and we'll want go be with. You too brave. Me and police no fear no close shave. Me no Lazarus, me can't come from no grave. Stay in a million and me no misbehave. Too bad, this me not go turn no slave. Look, so see me and Fatty Day, I'm up on Saturday. Have you good life and we'll want go that you will mix up with crap. Then you must get covered. Let me advice and hear when me I say, on the street, but we know.
Yes, to the listening audience, I thank you for coming through. Please check us out every week. We are here on Fridays, 5 to 7 p.m. Okay. And you can always make your submissions, a brief bio, 1 to 3 MP3, and your social media handle. Send that to globalmusicreport@gmail.com. I thank you and thanks for lending